Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today video I am going to discuss about that how to modify an object in our Blender. So let's start and don't waste our time. We will going to start. So first I want to create a new file. I am pressing general and that's on our screencast keys. So let's here on our screencast keys and when I open, okay. So first I want to save my file. I simply press Ctrl and S and I want to save my file as name of a practice file. Okay, save Blender. My file is already saved. Okay friend, so as you look that we have an object, is a square object. First I want to delete it and I want to make a new object, create a new mesh. I want a monkey. The monkey is here. Okay, I like it. And next what I want to show you, I want to show you that there are 4 views in the Blender. As you look that there is a 4 spheres here. Okay, we are currently on this. So what is this, what they are working for? So look at this, when I press this my object is going to be transparent. Wow, it's amazing. Zing zing. Okay, it's amazing that because my object is going to be transparent, I can see through this object. Okay, because it's called a wireframe mode. The wireframe mode helps to modifying our object in the deeply. Okay, when I want to modify my object with the deeply side, just like I want to modify the edge of our object inside my mesh, so I can switch to my view in the wireframe, because wireframe mode is a very good mode to edit and modify our object. The second view is a solid view, that our current view, and it helps to show the real state of our object. It's called as object mode. The object mode is show the correct mode and the correct state of our object. The third thing is a shading view. So what is a shading view? It's a very good view because it's the only view that it show that our object is changed or not. Just look at this. When I want to change my object color, so I press the new and I change into red. I can see then it's turned into pink, but when I switch to solid I don't see, because the object mode, the solid view shows the real state of our object, but the shading tab, the shading view is show the object which we modified. Okay, then when we modified our object, and if you want to see, then if you want to change the color and the texture and anything to your object, you should switch on the shading tab. So this is last tab, this is called the render tab. When we render our object, it will be the object will render in this tab, in this view, because so our last work is done by our render work. And when we want to render something, we should change the render view setting. Just like that, if you want to change the background color, background images and background lighting, you should change in the render view, because if you don't change this, then it will be show as you have do. Okay, and just look at this, when I press the camera button and I simply press F12, it give me a image. Okay, it's giving me a rendered image here. What is this? Because it is a rendered image here, and our background is simply blank and a gray background. But why our background is a blank and why our background is a gray? So this is the answer of our question is here. We want to change our background from the environment texture. When I want to change my background, just look at this, I want to change my background with this and the proper lighting, and now you look at this, our background is changed, simply change. This is the HDRI image, and if you want to download the HDRI image, then the link in the description, and if you want to download something more, then link in the description of all our HDRIs. Okay, so if you want to download, go to the description box and press the link and go to Chrome and any of your browser. So I simply press again and press F12. So look, now our rendered image is too beautiful, but there is a flats on our object, on our mesh. So how can we remove this? So first click on the object and left click and simply press shade smooth. So now it's look very good. So first I want to change the camera settings, so let's go to create in the view and view panel and camera to view, and now look at this and simply press F12. Now it's really beautiful. I think so that it's really beautiful for you. I know that you like it because it's very good. So my friend, I think that you really understand about the view, that a wireframe, that a solid state, that a shading, and the render last one. So I switch into shading tab. So this is the property panel, which helps us to modify our object. We will discuss about that. What is the color object? This is a texture. We will discuss about the later because it's help us to physics and anything just like that moving objects, and we want to change just like something to be better and make a physics thing and a blumping things, and just like we made something collision, it help us to make this. The texture help us to make this, but we are not discussing this, we are discussing this. So what is the, I want to change my color. Okay, the color is now green, the base color. We are in the GGX base color, and our surface is principal BSDF. There is a lot of surface here, but why I am not discussing this? Because we will discussing in after one by one. So first I want to discuss principal BSDF. Then what is a principal BSDF? The principal BSDF is help us to change our real-time object. Okay, when I want to make it metallic, just like you are making a rod, and just like you're making something metallic thing, just like you are making a box of metal, you are making a just like metallic armor, then you can use the metallic tab. When I increase this, our object is like a metallic. Wow, it's looking so beautiful and grateful. When I want to decrease the roughness, it's look more like metallic. My friends, I know that it's amazing thing that you have ever seen. I know, my friend, you like it because it's a very good thing. So my friend, this is a color tab. We are simply using the nodes. When I click, then it disappears. We are clicking on the nodes. Okay, the nodes must be turned on because it's simply connected to our shading tab. As you look that, this is the shading tab. We are currently connected here, but now we will discussing about the later the shading tab, because shading tab is a very best tab, and there is only simply few things here, but here you can create anything, everything in your Blender, but we are not discussing this right now. So let's go to the vertex group, the Susanna. Here we create our object name is Susanna. Okay, and just look at this vertex group and shape keys. What is a vertex group? The group of a vertices, just like when I could simply click tab, there is a vertices, just like click, and many more. The pointers are called vertices. We can create here a group, just like I create a group with the vertices, just like I press 1 here, and I want to assign it. Okay, select and wait. Okay friends, we created it. We created our vertices of group. Here I want to assign a shape keys. So what is the shape keys and what is the need for that? The shape keys are used for making an animation, just like that. I want to make something animation in my field, but I don't know how to make it. And if I have a problem in the making animation and creating the keyframes. The main problem of making animation is adding the keyframes. So the shape keys help us to adding a keyframes is frequently. And if you make a shape keys, then you can frequently animate your object. When I animate my object, I will discuss about the shape keys. So first I am going to simply discussing about the interface of our object, our Blender, the shrink wrap, and it is a constraint tool. There is something tools, then we can help to making our object to be transforming. Okay, the physics tab and the particle system are connected because they help us to making amazing animation, just like the physics, just like cosmic, just like a collision. Look at this. I want to show you a little bit. When I simply press, it is a rigid body. When I press rigid body, it show me a tab about rigid body, and I when play it, it's go down. Why it's go down? Because it is a rigid body, and there is a no panel next to it and down to it, then it can stop. Because when I take something and left, then it go down. Why? With gravitation, because the gravitation is here. As the blender, here is a gravitation, that gravitation help him to go down. Okay, so the physics tab is help us to make amazing things, and we are simply here the mesh. And when I change this, like look at this, surface response and other things, just like I want to change something in the custom properties, viewport, display, visibility, and everything you want. Okay friend, so let's go to the world scene. Discussed it before, so I think you don't need to know about more it. Okay, and we will discussing about the later again when we need it, because we don't have any need of the world scene. After that, when the world scene is only help to render and making a background amazing. Just look at this. Here is a HDRI image. I want to change my HDRI, so let's click here and change with this. Okay, the lighting and the objects must also be changed. So friends, I think you like it. So what is this? Okay, this is a scene view. It is not, there is only units, and if you love the metric, I only make a default setting. But if you want to change, just like that, if you want to rotate in your object in the radians, then you can change the simply units here. And there is a lot of things now here, so don't be to discuss about this. Okay, now it is our output setting here. What is that? That is our output setting. When we want to render something, just like that, when we want to render our view, our animation, our texture, then we can simply do a setting here. Okay, this is our main thing of our blender, the important thing that I have wants to discuss with you. What is this? This is the EV engine. There is a two type of engine in the blender, and one is AV and second is cycle. The EV engine is a real-time engine which is help us to take a real-time picture or render an object. Okay, but the cycle is a clear-cut engine, means that it take the point-to-point on objects. If you want to look that, just see that. When I simply press, we are in the EV engine, and I simply press F12. Oh, sorry, the camera setting is not okay. Now simply press F12. Look at this. This is EV rendered image, and it is a clear cut image. There is a texture on it, and the metallic and the sunlight is also on here. But when I switch to cycles, and here I am going to do GPU compute, and let's do it again. So now look that the main difference between the cycle and the cycle engine and the EV engine. Just look that. It's look like a more metallic, more efficient, more visible, and more glowy thing, and it's look like amazing, because cycle engine is a most heavy engine, and my GPU is not capable to render it. But I can simply render an image in my GPU, but in the EV, so just look at this. It take a 27 seconds to render an image, but our EV engine take only a 1 second. Why the engines are two difference between these engine? Because the cycle engines are taking the one by one picture and they rendered it one by one, but the EV engine is only a real-time engine which will take a real-time picture of our object. So there is a different setting between the real-time engines, and if you want to change the GPU compute, CPU compute as you want, here my CPU, I have a CPU of i5, that's why it's supporting to be good. What is this now? So let's friend, I know that you are, so let's change to the EV now. So friends, I know that you like this my video, and if you have any problem regarding my content, then please tell me. And please subscribe my channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. And I know that my English is too weak to speak because I am trying to practicing and making myself to be better. And if you have any problem regarding my content and query, then please click and press the subscribe button and comment to me about what you want to do and what you want from me. Okay friend, and I know that it's a very strange thing to be learn Blender first time. When I'm starting to learn Blender first time, it's a very huge problem for me that I can't understand the concepts of the Blender. But when I practice and start practicing one by one, in the 6th month I grow my skills again and again and again, and now I'm very expert in the Blender just like that. So if you like my video, then please subscribe my channel, and please subscribe my channel, press the bell icon and share my video. Thank you friends to watch my video. We will meet in our next video, and my next video is about the modifiers and how to use modifiers in Blender. So thank you friend to watch my video.